When you learn a new word in English, how long do you remember it? Because I think most people learn a word, they feel happy, and then the next day, it is gone. Like trying to hold water in your hands.
That is exactly what it feels like. And today we are going to talk about how to stop that from happening. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am Chloe.
And I am Max. We are so happy you are here.
If you are learning English at the A2 level, today's episode is especially for you. How do I really remember new words? Not just for today, but for weeks, for months, forever.
Chloe, I want to tell you about someone I know. Her name is Mia.
Tell me about Mia.
Mia started learning English 2 years ago. She was very motivated. She bought a big vocabulary book, 500 words.
That sounds like a serious plan.
She read the book every morning. She wrote each word 5 times in her notebook. She made long lists.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of work.
It was a lot of work, but after 1 month, she went back to page 1 and tested herself.
And?
She could remember almost nothing.
Oh no.
She looked at the words and felt nothing. No memory, no connection. It was like seeing them for the first time.
That is such a familiar feeling, and it is so discouraging.
She was ready to give up. She thought, maybe I am just bad at learning languages.
But that was not the problem, was it?
No, the problem was not Mia. The problem was the method.
Writing a word 5 times and reading a list is not how the brain remembers things.
Exactly. Her teacher explained this to her. She said, "Your brain does not save words like a computer saves files. It is different. You need to give the word a home in your mind."
Give the word a home. I love that.
And then the teacher showed her 4 ideas, 4 simple ways to remember vocabulary that actually works. And today, those are our 4 ideas.
Did Mia try them?
She did, and her results were very different from before.
How different?
After 1 month of using the new method, she tested herself again. This time, she remembered almost everything.
Everything? From 1 month ago?
Yes, not 100%, but most of it. And more importantly, she was not stressed about learning anymore. She actually enjoyed it.
That is the real change. When learning becomes enjoyable, you do more of it.
Exactly. And the more you do, the better you get.
Let's go. Idea number 1. Write a sentence about your own life.
Not just the word and the translation, a real sentence.
Here is the difference. If you write, exhausted means very tired, your brain reads it and moves on.
But if you write, I was completely exhausted after my first day at my new job, that is different.
Because your brain connects the word to a real moment, a real feeling, something that happened to you.
And that is how the brain works. It remembers things that are personal, things with emotion.
Mia tried this. She took 1 word. The word was lonely, and instead of writing the translation, she wrote, I felt lonely when I moved to a new city and did not know anyone.
And did she remember it?
3 weeks later, she remembered it perfectly because the sentence was hers. It was real.
So when you learn a new word today, write 1 sentence, your sentence, about your life. I do this too, actually. When I learned the word frustrated, I wrote, I feel frustrated when I am waiting for a bus and it is late.
Perfect, because that is real. That is your experience.
And I remember that word perfectly now.
That is because your brain has a priority list. It keeps information that helps you survive or explain your life.
So, if a word is just a sound from a book, the brain throws it away. But if the word explains why you were late for the bus, the brain says, keep this. This is useful.
Your sentence does not need to be beautiful. It does not need to have perfect grammar. It just needs to be true.
Idea number 2. Create a picture in your mind.
When you hear or read a new word, do not just read the definition. Close your eyes. Imagine the word. See it.
For example, the word terrified. It means very, very scared.
Do not just read that. Imagine a moment when you felt terrified. Maybe you watched a scary film. Maybe you almost had an accident. Maybe you saw a very big spider.
Feel that feeling for a second.
And now the word terrified has a picture, a feeling, a memory. It is no longer just letters on a page.
Your brain loves pictures. It remembers images much better than words alone.
Mia discovered this too. She started drawing small pictures next to her vocabulary notes. Not perfect drawings, just small, simple ones.
And it worked?
It worked brilliantly. She realized that the human brain evolved to remember places and faces, not black text on a white page.
It's like a map. A map with pictures is much easier to follow than a list of directions.
Much better than lists, because now every word had a face.
I think this works especially well with emotion words. Words like nervous, proud, disappointed, calm.
Yes, because those words already live in your body. You know what nervous feels like. You know what proud feels like.
So when you attach an English word to that feeling, your body remembers it too, not just your brain.
Exactly. The word becomes part of you. Idea number 3. Review the word after some time, not right away.
This one is a little surprising for some people.
Here is why it works. When you look at a word again after 1 or 2 days, your brain has to work a little to find it, and that work makes the memory stronger.
Like a muscle, the harder you work it, the stronger it gets.
Yes, so try this. Learn some new words today, then put them away. Do not look at them.
And tomorrow, test yourself. Can you remember them?
Some you will, some you will not. That is okay. Look at the ones you forgot, then put them away again.
And look again in 3 days, then in 1 week.
Every time you come back to a word after a break, your brain holds it a little tighter.
Mia called this her memory ladder. Each step up, the word becomes stronger.
A memory ladder. That is a beautiful image.
She said after 3 weeks of doing this, old words started to feel like friends.
Words you know so well, you do not have to think about them. They're just there.
And the beautiful thing is, you do not need to review for a long time. Just a few minutes is enough.
Yes, 5 minutes in the morning, look at your words, cover the meaning, try to remember. That is all.
Short and regular is much better than long and rare.
Your brain prefers small meals, not one big meal once a week.
This is what scientists call spaced repetition. It sounds fancy, but it just means giving your brain a chance to almost forget.
Yes, that struggle to remember is actually the moment your memory becomes permanent. It's like a path in the woods. You have to walk on it many times before the grass stops growing there.
And idea number 4, use the word in real life as soon as possible.
This is the most powerful one.
When you learn a new word, try to use it that same day. Say it to someone. Write it in a message. Use it in a conversation.
Because the first time you use a word in a real situation, your brain makes a very strong memory.
Much stronger than any list or exercise.
Think about it. When you learned the word delicious, you probably used it very quickly. Maybe you ate something amazing and said, "This is delicious," and now you never forget it.
Because that word has a real experience connected to it.
Mia started doing this with every new word. If she learned the word grateful, she found a way to use it that day.
How?
She sent a message to her friend. She said, "I am really grateful for your help yesterday." One word, one real moment.
And that one moment is worth more than 100 repetitions in a notebook.
So do not wait. Use the word today, even in a small way, even in one sentence.
One real use. That is all it takes.
And here's the thing about using words in real life. You feel proud.
Yes, when you use a new word and the other person understands you, something special happens.
You think, "I did it. That word is mine now."
It's the difference between learning about a bicycle and actually riding one.
Exactly. When you use a word to get what you want, like a coffee or a smile from a friend, that word becomes part of your identity. You aren't just a student anymore. You are a speaker.
That feeling of success makes your brain remember even better.
So use the word, feel proud, and learn the next one. Okay, time for our vocabulary break.
4 words from today.
Word number 1, memorize. To memorize something means to learn it so well that you can remember it without looking. You memorize a phone number. You memorize a word.
Word number 2, review. To review means to look at something again after some time. When you review your vocabulary, you check what you remember and what you have forgotten.
Word number 3, associate. To associate means to connect one thing with another in your mind. When you associate a word with a picture or a feeling, it is easier to remember.
Word number 4, repeat. To repeat means to say or do something more than one time. But in learning, repeating a word at the right time is more important than repeating it many times quickly.
Okay, quick review. Ready?
Ready.
Memorize.
To learn something so well, you can remember it without looking.
Review.
To look at something again after some time to check what you remember.
Associate.
To connect one thing with another in your mind.
And repeat.
To say or do something more than one time.
Perfect. You got all 4.
Okay, so today we talked about how to really remember new vocabulary.
4 ideas. Write a personal sentence. Create a picture in your mind. Review after some time. And use the word in real life.
Pick one idea. Try it with the next new word you learn. Just one word. See what happens.
And tell us in the comments, which idea will you try? Or do you have your own way to remember words? We really want to hear.
If this episode helped you, please share it with one friend who is learning English. It means so much to us.
Next time, we talk about something many learners find very difficult: how to understand fast English speakers. What to do when someone speaks too fast and you feel completely lost.
So follow us. You do not want to miss that one.
See you next time.
Bye.